And during the time that I was at home, I was listening to Audible books, and one Audible book after another Audible book. And every book that I read were recommendations from Oprah. So like she would have Jack Canfield, I would read his book. She would have, Gabrielle Bernstein, I would read her book. She had Tony Robbins, I read Tony Robbins books. Like I just started listening, and every person that they mentioned in their book, I would read. Like Gabrielle Bernstein mentioned that Wayne Dyer was her coach. So I read all of Wayne Dyer's books. Wayne Dyer mentioned Bruce Lipton. So I read all of Bruce Lipton's books. Bruce Lipton mentioned Joe Dispenza. So I read all of Joe Dispenza's books. So I was on this just reading, consuming all this information. And I remember I was in the dentist chair and I'm listening to a book and I'm like, I don't know, it just hit me. Everybody needs to know this. Like everybody needs to know this information. Like, why weren't we taught this in elementary school or high school? Like if I knew that my thoughts become things, then I wouldn't have spent all of my 20s and all of my 30s telling myself I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not lovable. I'm too fat. I'm too ugly. I'm too stupid. I'm too Mexican. Like I spent so many years trapped in a prison that I created because I repeated all of the negative words that were told to me when I was little, when I was young. And not only that, I created them in my head and I repeated them over and over.